Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss The Strangers Pray at Night. Starring Christina Hendricks, Bailey Madison, Martin Henderson, Lewis Pullman, Emma Bellamy, Damien Maffei, and Leah Enslin, and directed by Johannes Roberts. Now, I did see this twice for unfortunate reasons. I'll get to that when I get to the show. But both times, let's get into this review now that I think about it. As the movie opens, this whole based on true events thing going on in horror movies is a bunch of bullshit. And when it said that I thought based on true events my ass, I mean, excuse me, motherfuckers. You know that's all bullshit. I mean, Jesus Christ. The three strangers kill off Marvin and his wife Cheryl, who owns the trailer house. And I honestly thought they were going to kill the dog. For those of you who must know, I hate it when the movies killed off a dog who's innocent, who's done absolutely fucking nothing. It makes me turn against that movie. But luckily they didn't do that. But luckily they don't kill the dog, but that scene is really just so fucking stupid. There's a scene when we get to meet Cindy and Mike, played by Christina Hendricks and Martin Henderson, giving a greeting with a high five and a fist pump. And I'm like, they're adults. They don't do that. That's a kid thing. This script has so many fucking problems. Kenzie, played by Bailey Madison, and Luke, played by Lewis Pullman, are probably, spoiler alert, the worst protagonists ever. And so are Cindy and Mike, and like the first Strangers, I don't care for any of these fucking characters, nor do I care whether they lived or died. Because I don't like these characters. Kenzie goes to some private school, is going to some private school that she didn't want to go in the first place, and they all go to the trailer park where Marvin owns, and as they get to the trailer, a stranger called Dollface asks again if Tamara's home. And I thought, they say it's the wrong trailer, and they begin to play cards. Kenzie walks out like a spoiled bitch. She is, and Luke goes... She is. I mean, come on. And Luke goes with her like a good brother he is. When Luke and Kenzie go into a trailer with the door open, which is a totally stupid move, and it turns out it's their Uncle Marvin and Aunt Cheryl, excuse me, I thought, get the fuck out of there and call the fucking cops. Why is it this script is so badly written? I mean, goddamn. But the lines get cut off by the strangers, which this whole movie is a big fucking joke, in my opinion. Cindy, the mother, dies, and I don't give a fuck. This series, more than anything, is a big fucking joke. And Kenzie manages to escape, and Luke and Mike try to get inside the crime scene, and they leave their phones back at the trailer, which is a dumb move. The protagonists are dumb. The people are dumb. Everybody is, again, stupid here. And I just cannot accept that. Oh my god. Mike and Luke try to find Kenzie in the car, and one of the strangers crashes into them, and Luke manages to escape, but the stranger kills Mike, the one with the mask. Oh wait, they all were wearing masks. I should say the man in the mask. And this is a very lazy written movie. Is this movie gore for gore's sakes? Because that's how this whole movie, and not everybody likes to see too much gore or any gore in general. Luke calls the cops, and something I knew immediately, the strangers were going to kill the telephone line. And Luke goes to the pool area and kills Dollface and one of the strangers, and I was shocked that the killers can die in this movie. Maybe for the best. And the man stranger, the one with the mask, the man in the mask, excuse me, goes after Luke and stabs him in the pool, and at the end, he's on a fucking coma. When Kenzie saves his retarded ass, and that was total motherfucking bullshit. Kenzie almost gets killed by a stranger, and it turns out a cop has arrived, and his throat gets sliced by another female stranger, and Kenzie just fucking blows the two strangers to fucking hell. And Kenzie asks, "Why are they doing this?" And one says, "Why not?" Which makes me believe this is a sick movie, for fuck's sakes. There's one more fucking stranger to kill, and Kenzie, after getting hit by the truck, uses fire and gasoline as a combo to blow him up. But for some reason, he's still ticking and chases Kenzie to a bridge, and he just falls down and dies, which totally unrealistic. A couple of people stop, and he's still alive, but Kenzie kills him in the middle of the road. And last scene, she wakes up in the hospital next to her brother and hears knocking. Suddenly the movie is over. Which, what a bad fucking ending. This whole movie's a goddamn joke. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 1.9 out of 10. This may be the most pointless sequel ever made, and there was no fucking reason to see this movie. The writing was horrible, the acting is a lot worse, and these characters I hated more than in the first one. Most pointless sequel ever. Don't see this fucking movie. I'm glad it's bombing by far. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for this whole Strangers retrospective, and until next time, lock the door and call the cops when the strangers come in.